use the sample files document and the SUMIF tab. Remember, if you're going too slowly or if this video is going too quickly, you can pause the video, you can rewind the video. In this one we have a table here where we have a product, for example apples, the sales, for example 82,000, imagine that's pounds, it might be dollars, euros, anything, and we have a country which sells these things. So there's England sells 82,000 pounds of apples. Then we have Barbados, 87,000 of bananas, and sometimes countries are repeated. For example, there's Spain twice, Spain appears again, and sometimes products are repeated. So there's bananas from Barbados and bananas from Jamaica. So over here in this section we want to calculate the total sales earned in the country. So this means, for example, for Spain we want to calculate the sales, but only for Spain. France, we want to calculate in here the total sales for France. So if we look down here we can see there's a sale for France there, and there's another sale for France. So we want Excel to do the calculations for us in here. Over here later we're going to do an average turnover, but in this section we need to use a sum to sum these ones up. So to start this we're looking for a function, and the functions are all kept here. Insert function button, press once. Make sure this says all, then look for SUMIF, so you can scroll down and there's SUMIF. Click once on SUMIF, then OK. It's looking for the range, and the range in this case is the countries, C2. So drag your mouse down to 17 and let go. So that's the range C2 to C17. The criteria, click in here, and the criteria is the country you're looking for. So in this case Spain, click on Spain once, and Spain is represented by F2. Then the sum range, click in here, and that's the sales. So hold your mouse button down here at B2 and drag down to the end to B17 and let go. Then press OK and we get our answer. This answer is correct. It's added up the figures for Spain. So if we want to do this for France, if you try to drag the formula down, it won't work, because we've missed something in this formula, and I want to explain why. So let's drag it down. So you go to the small box, your mouse becomes a black cross, drag it down to the end. Now it gives us answers, but these answers are not correct. Let me explain why. Go back to your first one, this one for Spain, and click once. Then go to the insert function button and click once. What's wrong is C2 to C17, it's looking in there, so that's England down to Spain, but when you drag this down to the next one, it only looks from Barbados down to the blank. Then when you drag it down to the next one, it starts at France and goes down to row 19. So we have to lock this C column in place, and to do that, click your mouse before the C and put in a $sign. Then click your mouse before the second C and put a $sign. So that locks these coordinates, that locks this column in place so it doesn't move down anymore. F2 is the country, and you do want that to move down. You want to move down from Spain to France to Greece to USA. So leave this one, that one's okay. The sum range B2 to B16, that should be B17. But you need dollars, so it should be B2 then to B17. And click in here and put the $sign in again. And click before this B and put the $sign again. So this column is locked in place, that's this one, and this column C2 to C17 is locked. These $signs are called an absolute cell reference. This one is okay, F2, so this one moves, these two don't move. Okay, now pull the drag handle down again, and this time it's correct. Now we want to do the average, which is over here, the average turnover. So the answer is in here, that's where you're going to put your answer, and here you can see the number of products in the country is 3 for Spain, 2 for France, 2 for Greece, and 1 for the USA. So to get the average, we divide by the total sales, divide it by the number of products. So click into this one, I2, put equals, this tells Excel you're doing a calculation, and it's the sales, click on the sales, divided by, that's this symbol, the number of products in the country. So in this case it's equals G2 divided by H2. Then press enter. Then go back onto it, get the drag handle and drag it down. Now mine has several decimal places. I want to change that. I'll click on this once, and with this button decrease the decimals every time I click. Yours might look different, but there's your final answer.